Hello and welcome. The topic of this video presentation is teaching the whole child using effective pedagogical practice for the primary school teacher. My focus for today will be to look at the holistic approach of effective pedagogical practice, linking with the educational theory of Lev Vygotsky and the factors that contribute to effective practice. First of all, a definition. Pedagogical practice can be described as many things. It is objective, fluid, and always changing. Pedagogy is the art of teaching. It is how the teaching and learning occurs. Effective pedagogy incorporates a range of teaching strategies that support intellectual engagement, connection to the real world, a supportive classroom environment, and recognition of the diversity in students' learning and background. These strategies must be objective and fluid. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to effective pedagogical practice. Another definition. A holistic approach to teaching recognizes the connection of mind, body, spirit, as well as recognizing the connections between students, families, and the community. Learning is seen as a social activity, and collaborative learning and community participation are valued. And attention is paid to children's physical, personal, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. For Vygotsky, holistic learning means that the unit of study needs to be meaningful to the student, and they are not just taught the smallest or the simplest part. Vygotsky believed that teaching potentially meaningful material as small skills or sub-skills is counterproductive. For example, teaching addition mathematics to students is counterproductive when teaching them to focus on and memorize 10 simple additions. However, teaching them to learn about measurement by going out into a playground with a measuring tape and physically measuring equipment would be a holistic approach and more meaningful to the student. Why do we have effective pedagogical practice? Well, it promotes the well-being of students, teachers, and the school community. It improves students' and teachers' confidence and gives a sense of purpose to being at a school. And it builds community confidence in the quality of learning and teaching provided by the school. Some key elements are that they are based on evidence. High-quality resources or approaches are used that are built around a strong evidence base. And secondly, they are modelled by school leaders. Principals encourage the use of research-based teaching practices. Teachers create classroom learning environments which engage, challenge, and support students to learn, as well as building students' self-confidence. What do teachers need to do? Well, they need to understand the students' individual learning needs. They need to define what students need to be able to do and what they need to understand. They need to ensure they have clear knowledge of what their students can and cannot do, and understand when to use different methodologies and resources to accommodate different learning styles and pace of students. Therefore, the practice of teaching the whole child includes student well-being and pastoral care, school environment and practices, and classroom resources. All three factors occur both together and concurrently to achieve effective pedagogical practice in teaching the whole child. One example of the relationship between student well-being and effective pedagogical practice is self-concept or self-esteem. Self-concept is self-belief relating to perceived competence and physical and personal attributes. Understanding self-concept is crucial to effective pedagogical practice and student well-being, as self-beliefs influence behaviour. Therefore, the more positive self-beliefs are, especially in beliefs about academic ability, the more positive achievement will be. Furthermore, it can be argued that those with more self-belief will be more motivated and achieve greater success than those with negative self-belief. To develop positive self-concept in students, teachers should develop assessments with the freedom and encouragement for students to choose a topic that is of particular interest to them. They need to reduce social comparison and competitive learning environments. They need to provide students with feedback in relation to criteria and personal improvement instead of comparisons with other students. They need to emphasize to each student that they are able and value the unique accomplishments of each child. And finally, they need to enhance students' feelings of being connected to other students in the classroom. Teachers need to address each student's individual needs and show an interest in each student as an individual, linking their learning to interests and the real world as much as possible. It has been found that schools where students perceive that their teachers cared for them and remained committed to them produced higher academic achievement and positive social behaviour.
Created using Powtoon.